Yep, grab those seats. Woo! How many of you have been blessed so far? We've got the greatest speakers, yes? That was amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. What I want to do now is I want to have a #AskBo moment. So I have an online show. It's called #AskBo. And to all those, we're going to go live, at least for this small session. We're going to go live so anyone in my Facebook account can actually join us at this moment. And I want you to prepare some questions. And if I cannot answer your question, there's so many experts around here that I'm just going to pull out. And they're going to be answering your question. So it's going to be crowdsourcing the wisdom, the collective wisdom of the people here. Are you ready? All right, we're going to begin. I want you to approach the microphone stands. There's one there and one here, one there, over there as well. So there are 4 microphones. And just approach and ask away. Ask away. All right, come.
Brother
Yes.
Bo, what would be your advice for people leaving the world of employment? So mag-start na maging entrepreneur.
What's your name?
AJ.
AJ.
Yes.
All right. How old are you, AJ?
I'm 26.
26. Doing what?
Right now, IT services from HP. So nag-start na ako ng Sun Life this January and then submitting my resignation on Monday.
You're submitting your resignation on Monday. Okay, I need to talk to you. This is serious. This is serious. Okay. So you started in HP how long?
Almost 6 years now. So May po, 6.
Okay. This is live, so your boss is watching. I mean,
Probably. They know.
Okay,
yeah.
Oh, they know. Okay. All right. So wait a minute. What are you going to do? Like what venture, what business?
Sun Life. As a financial
okay,
advisor.
so you're transferring from HP to become, Sun Life. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, our sponsor. Okay. Why did you do it?
Well, number one, because I think I've already gathered all the knowledge that I can get from being an employee in discipline, the processes, the being in an organization.
That's right.
And then I think it's about time po na, earn based on results rather than just time.
Wow. Wonderful. But you know that it's going to be rough, right?
Yes.
You know that money will not come unless you move.
Yes, it's no more monthly income.
And you know that you're going to have to, insurance is a tough business. It's all about relationships. It's all about calling people. It's about putting your face in front of their face when they don't want to see your face, right?
Yes.
And serving them and loving them and praying for them, all that stuff.
Right.
Are you ready?
Ready? Actually, yung puso ko po nandun na. It's just that I think yung tapang na lang.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of I'm doing it anyway. So parang kailan ko na lang siya.
You're doing it anyway. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You've been doing this as a sideline.
Initially.
Yeah.
Tapos going full time.
Now you're doing it full time.
Gustuhan ko po yung question actually kanina, what's stopping you?
Yeah, that's right. Russell was asking that question. What's stopping you? Thank you, Russell.
Thank you, sir, for that moving question.
Yeah. Russell has a beautiful story. He shared that he was working for a school. The reason why he entered into a music school was he had that in mind already to start his own school, and so he finally made that jump. You're making that jump on Monday.
Yes.
Wow. From a very good company, if I may add.
Yep.
You're leaving a good company.
Yes.
You're leaving a good job. You're leaving a good career.
For the brighter life.
For a brighter future. Amazing. Hats off to you. I think you're saying that kulang na lang tapang, may tapang ka. You have courage. So here's the thing. I would recommend a few things. Just the first one is being an entrepreneur means you have to set up your own schedule. And there are 4 kinds of personalities. I don't want to go into all 4, but there are 2 personalities that I want you to ask yourself. Are you someone that needs accountability? There are people that don't. They are so accountable to themselves that they say, I'm going to have a schedule. I'm going to work from 9 in the morning until 6 in the afternoon. And they work. They know they don't need to report to anybody. But there's another personality, and there's no right or wrong personality. There's another personality that needs that accountability. Do you need that accountability? Do you need a coach who will remind you, AJ, what did you do today? Did you just play video games and go scrolling on Facebook? What kind of personality do you think you are or you have?
I'm a planner type of person.
Planner type of person.
So my life is governed by my calendar.
All right. So,
but of course, kailangan ko rin po ng coach. So I have my manager.
Yeah.
She's sourcing the knowledge and experiences.
Fantastic. All right. So if you have that accountability set up, you've got a calendar, you've got a workflow already. The crazy thing about an entrepreneur, I hope you're understanding this, that there is no boss anymore. You've got to be the person who will say, this is my schedule, this is what I'm going to do. Can everybody say rhythm? You need to have a rhythm. Touch somebody beside you and say, you need a rhythm. If you're going to leave your job, you need a rhythm. A morning ritual, you need something that this is what I'm going to do next, this is what I'm going to do next, this is what I'm going to do for my business. I'm going to meet my coach once a week, twice a month, whatever, You've got to establish that. Now, the second thing I'm going to encourage you to do is you've got to look for models. Who are the superstars in that particular industry? And if you can just have coffee with these people. The superstars, one of the things I've realized with these superstars is that if you ask them well and you be patient, their schedules are crazy, but if you're just patient enough, these superstars in your industry will actually be happy to share wisdom because they want to pay it forward. So look for those superstars. That is going to be catalysts for you, spending time with these models. And is this the only thing that you want to do?
No, one of my drivers po in making this decision is to have a more freedom kasi I started serving din po sa PM sessions ng production.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So sometimes I have to skip Sundays because of weekend work.
Yep.
So para mas maging regular na rin po yung pagsaserve ko. And then of course, gusto ko maging teacher someday, so I'm not sure if I would be able to do that. But at least...
A teacher?
A teacher, an educator po.
You want to be an educator? All right.
Then I realized na nag-start po ako ng mag-Sun Life. I do seminars. It's one way of teaching na rin po.
That's right.
So parang hitting many birds with
So you teach now, financial education?
Yes.
All right. You know what? You're on the right track. You go for it. And when you fail, and when your face is in mud, and people reject you and all of that, you know what you're doing, that this is a choice you've made. And face through the consequences, but you're toughening yourself. You're shaping your character. That's the most important thing. Your wealth is your character. Always remember that. Yes. God bless you. Have a great time.
Thank you.
AJ, bless you. Bless you. Yes.
Hi, Brother Bo. My name is Puy.
Puy?
Yes. I'm actually also a fee servant. I'm representing the voiceover team.
All right.
I'm a voiceover for the A1 session of Brother A.
Oh, that's good.
My question is, I do have a small business. I do events and wedding coverages. I'm a photographer, actually. So But I'm still not a full-time photographer, so I still have a 8 to 5 job as an IT business analyst for a company. Anyway,
Fantastic.
Excuse me. So my question is, I have this business, but it's not really launching. I mean, it's not. All of the efforts I've been doing for marketing and all, I've been reading books, asking for advice from the different people who are in the business. But eventually, it doesn't really. It's not really flying as high as I want it to be. So, my question is there a point wherein you should tell yourself that, maybe it's really not for me? I mean, the business is not really working and I have to go into another venture. Or it somehow contradicts the idea of, grit, of being, the junkyard dog, of holding on, fighting for your business and your passion. So it somehow contradicts with the concept of, maybe it's really not working out. So what's your advice on those situations?
Boy, can you describe to me again your business? I kind of get muddled. You're a photographer, but also...
Yeah, I'm a wedding photographer, actually.
Wedding photographer.
Yes.
All right. And how many engagements do you get in a month?
In a month, the good old years, I would have 4.
4 in a month.
And that's a good number for me for a month. But down the years, starting 2013, 2014, started to go down, and even coming to this year, it's a struggle to get clients just for a month.
Yeah.
Well, one client for a month. So that's the situation that I am now.
All right. Are there other wedding photographers here? Videographers? There's one there. All right. Is it a tough business? It is? Is it getting tougher?
Yes.
And boy, photography is something that you love to do.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And you started this when?
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes.
Where do you want to bring this?
Basically, a full scale, there's a very thin line of being an artisan photographer and a business person who's handling a company that's a photography company. So I wanted it to be the scale of the business to somehow have a flexibility to grow. Because I've been hearing from you the concept of you have to multiply yourself.
Yep.
To make the business grow. So
yep.
that's what I wanted it to be. But again, there are some things if you're not really making any money and you're not able to invest on your business, it doesn't the growth doesn't happen. Currently it's not growing because of that.
Boy, how do you market yourself?
Right now, social media. Social media, bridal fairs, of course the referrals. So those are the top 3 methods that I use. So social media, bridal fairs, and referrals.
Boy, I'm going to ask you this disturbing question.
Yes.
Answer me honestly.
Yes.
Are you a superstar in that industry?
No.
Question number 2. Can you be a superstar in that industry?
I can.
What will it take for you to become a superstar in your industry?
Basically exposure. More exposure, I guess. Whenever I do coverage, each client treats me as a superstar. That's why I kept on going. Each client, I give quality work. The service that I give is, the feedback, it's concrete. I see each and every client that I serve, they become raving fans. They become followers of my social media accounts, and that's it. But again, that's the question. I mean, I'm boggled that it doesn't, spread out as much as I want it to be. So,
can I pause for a while? Guys, listen to me. You might be asking the same question. Brother Bo, I'm working on a business for a number of years now, and I don't know. Nothing's been happening. So my question is this, and that's his question, right? Should he persist and keep on persisting, or should he give up and look for something else? The question that will answer that question is this: can you be a superstar in that business, in that industry? If the answer is yes, then keep on struggling. If the answer is no, look for something else. Is that clear? Why bother going after something if you cannot be a number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or a number 8 in the industry? Am I making sense to you? Why bother doing something that you know you cannot? There's no way you can be a superstar. But if you can be a superstar, boy, you're telling me now that your customers love you. They're raving fans. That's amazing. That means there's something wrong with your marketing. There is something wrong. And here's the bitter pill I'm going to give to you. And I hope you're listening, guys. 30% of what you do is about product. And I want you to give 70% of your time and energy into putting out a brand out there that Puy is the greatest wedding videographers and photographers out there. You've got a lot of people, they put 100% of their time and their effort and their energy on the product, and 0% of their attention on marketing, on branding. And you cannot do that now. You've got to make that decision. And if you can, this is a choice, your choice. Yeah. Do you want to make it? It seems that you really love what you're doing. So can you put 70% of your attention and your energy on branding?
Yeah. Actually, Brother Bo, that's the the thing that I wanted to hear. It's more of the concrete solution, not just, just continue, you're giving me numbers. That's what I wanted. So you're based on what I'm learning now, you're telling me 70%.
Yep.
And also the question on whether you can be a superstar in your industry. Okay.
Boy, here's the thing, and let me go near you because I love the questions and I love the conversation. Boy, you're going to be a superstar here, okay?
Okay.
No questions. It's a done deal. You're going to be a superstar. Yes. So you're going to tell people that this is quality work. This is what I do.
Yeah.
My clients are all raving fans, and you too will be a raving fan.
Yep.
Okay, Puy.
Yes.
You'll go for it, right?
Yeah.
70% of your time on branding.
Yep.
Bringing out your story.
Yes.
People will deal with you because they like to deal with you. People buy products because there's a story. Can everybody say that word? Story. Touch a body beside you and ask that person, what's your story? Your business, your product must have a story. It must. How many of you are already sick and tired of listening to me every time I market anything, every time I sell anything, a wealth summit, a Truly Rich Club membership? I will always say, I was a poor missionary for 20 years. I mean, I always say that, right? But why do I not skip it? Why in my mind, I'll say, narinig na nila to? Ikikwento ko pa ba? The answer is always yes. Because it's my story. People would love to deal with you, not based on product alone, but on story. What's your story? Boy, what's your story? You've got to dig deep, and that story will be your brand. And you're going to share it again and again and again. You've got the tools. You're a person of art and beauty, and you're going to bring it out. You're going to bring it out. Before you do a video for weddings. You're going to do a video of you and your work and how beautiful it is. And you're going to bring it out. And not only once. You're going to put out content again and again and again. IG and FB and...
That's the thing that I learned from Anton.
Yes.
Yeah, probably the first assignment is really the YouTube channel. I have to learn this stuff. Yeah,
70%.
70%. Check if I'm going to be a superstar, which I am. I can guarantee. So it's the only thing that I need to work on is the 70%.
And here's what's going to happen, boy. You won't look for clients. Clients will look for you. And you're gonna start turning down clients because you can't handle them anymore.
Everything's going together.
Bless you, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Puy. Thank you, Brother Bo. This is good stuff, right? It feels like a Tony Robbins seminar, except syempre hindi nagmumura si Brother Bo, di ba? We have a question right over here.
Hi, Brother Bo. I'm Vits. I used to be a servant of Feast PICC back on...
What's your name?
Vits. I'm Vits.
Vix.
Vits. V-I-T-Z. Vitamin Z. Vits. It's Vits.
V-I...
T-Z.
Yes. Vits.
Yes.
All right. Lovely.
I used to serve at the Feast for 3 years or 4 years maybe. Then I became a flight attendant. I wanted to become a flight attendant because I didn't see my father.
Vitna.
Vitna, yes.
My gosh.
Yes,
Sorry,
Vitna.
I was too
My
far.
nickname is Vits.
Okay. Vitamin
Z. Para ako na lang yung huli niyang kailangan. Ayun po. So, Brother Bo, naging flight attendant ako because hindi ako lumaki kasama yung dad ko. So, naging dream ko po is maging flight attendant kasi gusto ko siya makita ng madalas. Though, constant naman yung communication namin ever since. Financially supported naman ako. Pero, since naging flight attendant ako, it robs me of my time, my relationships, my service. Though, lagi niyo pong sinasabi na hindi naman kailangan sa feast lang nagsiserve. So, I tried serving my family kasi before, may sarili-sarili kaming buhay. So, because of my job, I was able to work out my relationship with my dad. And napupuntahan ko rin yung brother ko sa Cebu every month. Sa workplace, I tried to be positive, though very, very toxic talaga yung workplace namin since every day, iba yung set of crew, chismisan, yun po. Tinry ko maging inspiration, hindi maging inspiration, mag-inspire ng iba. And I feel na somehow, nagiging inspiration din naman ako. Pero dumating yung time na nadidrain na po ako.
Yeah.
Nadidrain ako kasi feeling ko hindi na po ako nag-grow.
Yeah.
And na-miss ko na po mag-serve sa feast. Pero hindi kaya ng schedule.
Yeah.
Dumating rin po sa time na dahil drained na ako mismo hindi ko na kaya maging inspiration sa sarili ko. So, it affected my relationship with God. It affected my relationship towards myself, with myself, with my family. Parang ako yung bumaliktad. Ako yung naging parang colleagues ko.
Oh.
So, ngayon po, I don't know what's next. I know I have to go, but hindi ko po alam ano po ba yung para sa akin talaga.
Yeah.
So, kaya nandito po ako ngayon. And marami naman po akong tututunan so far. Thank you po sa mga speakers. Ang question ko po is, by the way, Syrian po pala yung dad ko.
Again?
Syrian po.
Syrian.
Yes. OSW siya sa Abu Dhabi. Overseas Syrian worker. Kasi may OFW po tayo. So, OSW po yung tinatawag ko sa kanya. And in 2 years' time, magre-retire na po siya. And ako lang po yung meron siya, Brother Bo.
Really?
Wala siyang ibang family, wala siyang ibang anak, ako lang. Ang dream ko po is yung emotional why ko. I'm single, I don't have kids. Ang emotional why ko is I want my family to be together, my mom and dad, or at least my dad to be here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yung job ko po, well compensated naman po kami. But just for a single person. Parang I want more. And I want more for myself too. Gusto kong malaman kung ano ba talaga yung skills ko, abilities, talents na binigay ni God. Pero how? Paano? Saan po ba ako magsisimula? So, yun.
First of all, I commend
Sorry, ang haba ng story.
I commend you for your love for your father. It's beautiful. Let's give her a big hand. Vitna. Beautiful. That, having a relationship with your father is your wealth. So that's beautiful. Second thing is the question I want to ask you. Because at this time you feel you're lost. It's like you were inspiring your colleagues before, but now it's as though it's the other way around, that you are now your colleague, and you are the one that needs inspiration, and you've somehow not been able to inspire yourself. So you're in this quandary, and you're asking yourself the question, what's next? Like, should I leave my job? And anyway, it doesn't pay as much. So I mean, it pays okay for a single person, but what's next? And that's the big question. And so you are being tempted to do an AJ right now, to quit.
Wala po akong tapang katulad niya.
Walang tapang. I wanna say this to you, Vitna, and I want to say this to everybody, that being in a place of desolation is the worst place to make a decision. I'm gonna say that again. Anytime there is desolation in your life, meaning to say you're depressed, you're discouraged, you're disappointed, there's a storm of dark clouds hovering upon you, do not make any decision. Am I making sense? Nor can you make decisions also during times of ecstasy and exhilaration. There's so much excitement. Do not also make any decision there. Make decisions during times of peace. It's different. And so, Vitna, you're in this place of despondency. Do not make any career choice. Wait. And dig deep. Be at peace with God. And when you find your peace, that's when you start making decisions about major decisions on your job. Okay? Very important.
Thank you po.
The other thing I want you to do is this. I want you to start, because the other question you're asking me, and I'm sure this is a question of many people. What should I do? Where am I good at? What's my skill set? I just have a few answers. Number one is, the only way for you to know your skill set, the only way for you to know your core gift, is to keep on experimenting. Is to keep on doing and acting and trying this and trying that. That's the only way. Dig deep, go through your childhood. What were you doing when you were 7 years old? What were you doing when you were 14 years old? I remember when I was 7, I was a little kid who would go to my family and would say, I'm going to say a joke. And I would make a fool out of myself in front of my family, not knowing that that's what I will be doing for the rest of my life. Making a fool out of myself. I would have a, it's funny, but that's what they say, that what you were doing when you were 7 years old and what you're doing at your 14 years old, somewhere around there, may give you a hint or a clue of what you'll be doing for the rest of your life. But really, my answer is this. Is there anybody here in this room that is still asking that question, what is my core gift? Russell, beautiful story. Russell was in Sky Church. The band that your mother complains about because it's so loud, the music is horrible to their ears. That's his band. But then he was told, there's no money in your passion. And so that's what happened. He became an engineer and he worked and failed. How many years, Russell? 8 years in college? 7 years? 7 years, and until finally he realized that his core gift is music, and all he had to do is tweak. Can everybody say the word tweak? you've got to tweak your core gift in a way that it can monetize. You've got to monetize your core gift, your passion, what you really, really want to do. So you need to discover your core gift, and the only way for you to know your core gift is to be willing to fail. To actually say, this, I'm going to try it out, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to do something else. Am I making sense to you? So you've just got to go out there and experiment. And that's my word for you, Vitna. Are you willing to explore? Keep your job, but during times that you're not assigned to fly, try something, do something, find a way. You're a gifted person. You're a kind person. You've got everything that you need in order to succeed. Are you willing to fail here and fail there and experiment here and experiment there until you bump into your core gift? And then from that core gift, start a sideline, start something, keep on starting, and then you'll be able to make it.
Thank you, Brother Bo.
Bless you, Vitna. Bless you.
Thank you so much, Vitna. Vitna is still single,
Last
just
question.
like Rafi. So I think we're down to our last question. And
I'd like to greet all those online. We've got a number of people online, and we'd like to thank you for just joining us here in this segment, Ask Bo, here in Wealth Summit. So beautiful. We've got people from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, and all over the place. I can't read everything. Is this our last what?
We have an online question, Brother
Okay.
Bo. So go ahead.
Cherry Lopez Batung. Hi, Brother Bo. Any tips for me? I'm just starting my online business about selling products. The problem is I'm an introvert. Introverts in the house. You see? Tahimik. Ooh. And I feel scared talking to people, maybe because I'm afraid of rejection. Please help me. My dear friends, I want you to know that I am an introvert. And what am I doing here in front of you? Well, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be in a coffee shop all by myself, reading a book, writing. That's me. But when your why is big enough and strong enough, nothing can stop you. Could you hold someone's hand, crush that person's fingers for me, and tell that person, is your why strong enough? Because if your why is strong enough, you are unstoppable. So how big is your why? How big is your purpose? Dodong Katan was sharing that a while ago about purpose, and I love that. What's your purpose? And then you'll be able to do what you normally cannot do, like talking to people. So Cherry, God bless you. Yes? What? Okay. So there are two people here. You know what I'm going to do? I'll try to answer your question as briefly as I can, but this is it. We're going to end here. Yes?
Hi, Brother Bo. Magandang hapon po. I am Che, and I am in a school business as well as a part-timer in an international foundation which advocates children's rights.
Oh.
So my question is this. Kanina po ay sinasabi sa marketing, pictures, videos are very now important, especially online. And
Yes.
in marketing, we must be aware or present online.
Yes.
Kaya lang po, this is my dilemma in our business.
Yes.
Since I am in a preschool business as well as in tutorial, and I am in a children's right foundation,
Yes.
international foundation, nahihirapan po akong mag-upload ng pictures or videos.
That's right.
Because it may affect the rights of those children.
That's right.
I consulted an attorney, a friend of mine, sabi niya sa akin, girl, mag-ask ka sa DOLE, try mo i-ask kung meron silang permit about it. So, nag-ask po ako sa DOLE and wala pa po akong nare-receive na response. Sa ngayon po, kagabi nanood po ako nung kay Ma'am Bing and nakaka-inspire. Ma'am Bing, thank you po for the inspiration and strength. Sobrang hirap po talaga eh. Ayun po. Brother Bo, that's my dilemma po. Paano ko i-market ang mga bata, especially how we mold them, as in, sobra po yung blessing ni Lord, especially in wisdom, in molding those kids, those children. Kaya lang, ayoko maapektuhan yung karapatan nila.
That's right. Beautiful question, Che. And I love the way you respect the kids and you don't want to violate their rights. Anton is still there at the back, and you can ask him this question later on. About this, okay, after the session, you can approach him. But Che, my suggestion is this: you be the brand of your school, and you talk in front of a camera, and you tell your stories. I know of this young girl, and I know of this 5-year-old, and I know of that 7-year-old, and this is the story. And you fill your social media with stories from you, without their pictures. Describe their story and describe this person and all that. However, I think there's another way to do it, is to talk to the parents. So maybe not everybody, but selectively talk to the mommy and say, Mom, is it okay if I show, your daughter in my account? You should make it black and white, that they're giving you that permission. And then present the story, interview the girl, and so on. Hopefully, sometimes some parents, they love that. They would love to show their kid. All right? So you're going to do it? Yes. God bless you, Che. Bless you. Bless you. One last question.
I think it was over there.
Hi, brother.
Right.
Yes. Hi.
Brother Bo, good evening. Or shall I say good morning, everyone?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for being here, Brother Bo. I know you came from a pilgrimage pa in Israel, if I'm not mistaken.
What's your name?
My name is Rosel, and I serve at the Feast Cebu.
Wow.
So, sino po yung mga taga Cebu dyan? Yan. Maayong buntag. Yan. So, I am co-managing the family business. I'm handling the sales operations of the family business in Visayas. So, I've actually read business books po, like The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and of course, your books on business. Actually, sinasabi ko sa sarili ko na saglit lang ako magabasa, pero I end up late night na reading your books. I really love your books po. So my question is that I read about the concept of active and passive income. So as of now, I'm still in the active income part. But I've followed your advice and I've opened an account with Call Financial. So of all the passive income streams there is, which one would you recommend? Or which one is your favorite? Thank you.
My financial books? You're asking?
Which passive income stream po would you recommend, especially for millennials?
I would, of course, invite you to invest in the stock market as a passive income. And I love my story. The story is I started helping my helpers. That's basically how the Truly Rich Club started. And today, one of my helpers has 1.5 million pesos already. My second helper has 1 million pesos already. And so I'm just showing to the world that it's possible. My helper is 32 years old now. By the time she reaches 60 years old, she just continues doing what she's doing to the stock market. She will have 30 to 40 million pesos by the time she retires at the age of 60. How young are you?
I'm 21.
Oh my
Joke lang
gosh.
Po. 25 na po ako.
You're 25, so I don't know, you have just a longer runway to make this happen. So that's my recommendation. Get 20% of your income, invest it into the stock market every single month, and you will have passive income.
Okay. Thank you very much, Brother Bo.
Yeah, thank you. God bless you. I'm so happy. Bless you. Bless you. Wedding picture? Saan yung picture? Come here. We're supposed to... Come on. Come here. All right. Multi-millionaire.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Do not delay. Tell somebody beside you, do not delay. Do not delay. You've got to start investing. My driver did not want to invest in the stock market because he said, sila sir, single ako, I have 4 children. I mean, how can I invest? But so I didn't force him. But 2 years later, or almost 2 years, he came up to me and said, because we keep on praying together. My 3 helpers, my driver at home, we pray together, and then he hears our maids say, meron na akong 50,000, meron na akong 100,000. So nung umabot na ng 200,000 yung pera ng maids, it was my driver who came up to me and said, "Sir, paano yung stock market?" So now my driver has 500,000 pesos, more than 500,000 in the stock market. But that's because he delayed, he postponed. And I always tell people, do not postpone, do it now. Because it's an exponential curve. It grows very slowly. And then at a certain point, there's an exponential kick that just shoots up. And you're going to be blown away. For the first 5 years of investing in the stock market, it's as if nothing is happening. It's as if it's not growing. And you feel frustrated. But you just keep on putting every month. And then at a certain point, on the 5th year, on the 6th year, boom, it explodes. And then you say to yourself, ay, mayaman na ako. All right? What I'm going to do now in closing is just to share with you what's going to happen. Some kind of discussion on the future. That's what how I'm going to end the day. Are you ready? How many of you are scared of the future? Just want to be honest. Are you scared of the future?